What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so shout out to the brother Ticket TV. All right, because he called this. He said that they were going to do this in a video earlier today. Please subscribe to the brother Ticket TV and Ticket TV live streams. So I had a feeling they were going to do this too. The Kings firing Mike Brown. Not because, I had any inside information, but you can kind of read the room. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of listen to some of the noise out there in the sports world, as far as social media, the sports blogosphere. If you listen to some of the language they were using to describe the Kings at this time, you can kind of get a sense that Mike Brown's job was in jeopardy, despite the fact that him winning Coach of the Year, I think it was the 2022-23 season. Even though he won Coach of the Year, that's the first time he went to playoffs at that time, I think in 17 years, since the tail end of the Chris Webber, of Vlade Divac years. Despite the success. And you could tell that Mike Brown's job was in jeopardy. Number one, let's be honest, the DeMar DeRozan trade just didn't work. He's older. His type of game doesn't translate well in the type of basketball they were playing. I mean, the Kings were not naturally a great defensive team as far as players noted for being good defenders individually, but they were young. They were energetic. They were playing hard. They were responding well to their head coach, Mike Brown. So they were getting a lot of steals. They were getting a lot of deflections, which of course was translating to transition buckets. And initially, offensively, the Kings were a really good team. They had to be, like, I would guess from the top of my head, a top 5 offensive team that year. So they were really improved. But over the years, like I said, some of it has to do with DeMar DeRozan not being a good fit on the club. Some of it was, just the fact that the team just naturally wasn't a great defensive team. And that's beginning to start to show. Some of it got to do with the other teams in the Western Conference, especially getting becoming much improved. And just offensive lapses, defensive lapses. Just the other day, what was it? I think the Kings, was it yesterday? The Kings blew like a 19-point lead and lost the game. So that, plus, of course, I think the main reason why he was let go was he just wasn't getting along with the star player, De'Aaron Fox. And, the NBA is a players' league. Increasingly has become a players' league. And if the battle is between the head coach and a player, 99 times out of 100 in this league, the player's going to win. So he fired Mike Brown. I thought it was rather disgusting the way they fired Mike Brown, if the reports are true. According to reports, they had just finished a practice today. And matter of fact, Mike Brown had just spoke to the media. And after he spoke to the media, just before the team was going to board the flight to go to LA because they play Lakers tomorrow, he was informed by the team he was terminated. So he wasn't even on the flight. I thought that's kind of fucked up, man. Honestly, I think he deserves better than. But you know what? When I think about it, this is the second time that Rich Paul has got Mike Brown fired because he did it before in 2010 as one of the prerequisites for LeBron James. If I remember correctly, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the prerequisites for him to stay was for Mike Brown to be fired. They ended up terminating him, but LeBron James ultimately, and that was after the season, I believe, but LeBron Ramon James ultimately um, chose to go to Miami. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering this, but I thought I remember them firing Mike Brown shortly before LeBron James announced that he was going, as he put it, took his talents to South Beach. Whatever the case may be, I can't help but, and this is just my opinion, I can't prove this, but I can't help but notice that A, De'Aaron Fox is a Clutch Sports client, right? Two, this happens just before they board a flight to go to play in LA. The timing of it. I mean, I can still, a lot of people, read the room. You can tell this was coming, but the timing of it just seems rather convenient to me. Very convenient. Um, hmm. Then, of course, you have all of this noise about now, once again, LeBron Ramon James needs help. Matter of fact, peeps, let me look at something right quick. Let me see, when was Mike Brown fired by the Cavaliers? Maybe I'm misremembering that. I forgot. He got fired by the Cavs in 2014 as well. I forgot about that. Let me see something here. Yep, I was right. It was May 24th, 2010. So this is before the decision. Yeah, it was before. Because the decision was July the 8th or something like that, July the 7th, 2010. Yeah, so this is the second time. This is the second time Rich Paul and LeBron Ramon James, let's be honest, got Mike Brown fired, in my opinion. In my opinion. I mean, if I'm wrong, but I thought I remember the report saying that Rich Paul may have influenced De'Aaron Fox to push for this firing this time around. So it's the second time. And possibly you could even add this is the third time. Because in 2014, even though it was in May and LeBron was with the Heat at that time, uh, there were a lot of rumors that LeBron was going to go back to Cleveland because his stay. You could tell the Wade was getting long in the tooth, and he was kind of getting tired of the fact that he couldn't be, as powerful, as in control, or have as much sway with Pat Riley as he would go back to Cleveland. Plus, he saw the development of talent when it comes to Kyrie Irving. He saw that. So a lot of people feel like Dan Gilbert fired Mike Brown to appease LeBron, to show like a move, like, look, you can come back here. Well, no, you don't like this guy, you don't want him here. And you can come back and you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah. Although um, the coach that he replaced Mike Brown with, that wasn't LeBron pick either. So LeBron, once he got there, you know what I'm saying, after that first full year, he got, I keep forgetting the guy's name, I think it was Russian or whatever, got him fired and got his own guy, Tyronn Lue. But anyway, although, you know, I don't know who they're going to replace Mike Brown with, ultimately, I'm not even sure De'Aaron Fox going to stay with the Sacramento Kings. I'm not sure that he's going to stay there. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong in that. But ultimately, if I had to be a betting man, I think that what are they, 13 and 17 right now, the Kings? Especially if they don't turn this thing around. If they don't turn this thing around, I think De'Aaron Fox is going to request a trade. And he might go to LA. Who knows? I mean, he'll still be in the California region. He'll be in a more favorable market as far as his brand. Because let's be honest, De'Aaron Fox really doesn't get much. I mean, he's not even the household name. You know? So I feel bad for Mike Brown, though, man. I think Mike Brown is a good coach. I thought he was terribly disrespected when he was the coach of the Cavaliers back in the late 2000s. I think he did a good job with the Kings. This is not really, to me, his fault, you know. But I think this is a personnel thing as far as why the Kings are struggling. There's some other things going on. But anyway, that's how I look at it, at least. Tell me what you guys think.